Hey, G, we got to go back to the trap, right? Uh, so we got an update on this Pooh Shiesty Gucci Mane whole situation. You know, it's gonna be updates every day, bro. It's gonna be people talking, updating. You know, them breakers, they gonna be breaking the news. Them exposers gonna be exposing. So we gonna be reacting to it. But this one, reaction is actually coming from the actual Action News 5. So let's get right into it. It say, look like 30 got a bail and WAP ain't snitching. WAP say he ain't going, but I ain't finna hold y'all. Let's get right into the news.
Stage name Big 30 was granted a $100,000 bond today. He was in federal court as Memphis rapper with the stage name Big 30 was granted a $100,000 bond today. He was in federal court as he faced charges for an alleged robbery and kidnapping of the rapper known as Gucci Mane. Action News 5's Imani Williams joins us now live from downtown after being inside the courtroom during the detention hearing. Imani?
Joe, it was a packed house today. I mean, there were dozens of people inside that federal courtroom in support of Rodney Wright Jr., also known, like you said, as Big 30. Now, the defendants had two people that they brought to the witness stand. Those two people were Big 30's dad and also the general manager of Endless Entertainment. I want you to take a look at your screen so you can kind of see what we saw in this complaint. So Big 30's dad and said that his son stays with him at home and he takes care of his kids. And the GM at Endless Entertainment, he said that Big 30 has some contractual agreements that he has to go through with putting out music and putting out albums. Now, the prosecution brought up his criminal history, including a gun charge in 2018, but it was wiped off of his record after diversion. Other than that, nothing really on his record but driving violations. Now, the judge said that she took criminal history, family support, and his alleged involvement in the incident all into account when going through this detention hearing today. She said the complaint does not show him having a gun or pulling a weapon out. I spoke with his attorney, Arthur Horn, about the bond granted, and he said there's more to it.
Initially, I guess she found that there was probable cause for the case to move forward. And then today in the detention hearing, she did grant him a bond of a secure bond of $100,000. U.S. Attorney's Office in the Northern District of Dallas is going to file an appeal, and they're going to appeal the judge's decision, and we will have to have another detention hearing in Texas.
Now, the government has already, they have already documented and put in that stay. I just looked at it in my email just a few minutes ago. So the government has put in that stay to wait for an appeal from the Northern District of Texas. But this also surrounds a contract between rapper Gucci Mane and his 1017 label and Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty. Now, Horn said that Gucci Mane is not being cooperative with the government on this case. And so he questioned if the government will bring a case, will have a case, because Gucci Mane is not cooperating. He said it will make it hard for them to do that. Live downtown, Imani Williams, Action News 5.
Class, today we're
So as you heard Miss Williams say, Gucci Mane ain't saying nothing and he not cooperating. He's a victim, he not cooperating. And I find it hard to believe that if he not cooperating, his cameraman or his handler, security, and everybody else involved may have a change of heart. But as far as security, I don't know, it might depend on if he is still active law enforcement though, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know much. I ain't no lawyer, I ain't no jailhouse lawyer, I ain't no street lawyer, nothing like that. But I got some experience, I got some friends, and I know things and I've seen things. But this gonna be tight because Dallas is coming, bro. That's even though they granted a bond here, Dallas is coming, bro. They probably end up being extradited back to Dallas, bro. So some of them not getting out, if not all of them not getting out right now, but they still might have a chance when they get to Dallas. But it makes me question because this court system don't play dirty and it don't favor rappers or black men in that, and it definitely doesn't favor criminals. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they're criminals by far at all. You know what I'm saying? But they are definitely rappers and black men, and that's a red state coming with red judges, bro. That's the only thing that scares me. that it is Texas and it's gonna have Texas judges, and they gonna have to get some powerful Texas lawyers to try to outweigh that. And we talked about that in the last video. But one more thing that I noticed in this video, I'm gonna let y'all go, bro. One more thing that I did notice is that you see, they presented the Shiesty still, I mean not Shiesty, Big 30 still had work to do, and he was under contractual obligations to the record label, right? And if it's one thing that we can learn from this, especially being rappers, I'm not a rapper, but I used to manage rappers and I used to work on rapper tours and things like that and stuff. I talk about it all the time in my stories and stuff. But one thing we can learn about this is get your paperwork together, bro, because even if you are a struggling independent unsigned artist, you know what I'm saying, you might be really, really dope, but it can be respected if you get your paperwork right, you know, and establish it as a real business and a real job. It can be respected, and you can even go as far as get things like loans to fund your career, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you do everything right and take care of the paperwork side of everything, bro, you know. But on the other side, though, y'all think these boys gonna get out, man? It looked like Shiesty Mike can walk away from this, man, unscathed and unscattered. If he do, bro, it's gonna be crazy though, man. This court stuff, because you know the court of law, bro, it's not what you did, it's if they can prove with beyond a reasonable doubt what you can do, bro. I used to take case law in undergrad. You know, you got to be able to prove what you can do beyond a reasonable doubt. You get what I'm saying? So you could be dead wrong, caught red-handed, but if they can't prove it, that prosecution can't prove it, and your lawyer got them looking crazy, you can slide, bro. If the witnesses come up missing, old school mafia style, the witnesses come up missing, you can slide, bro. You got a fire lawyer that know how to handle that there, you can slide, bro. So this up in the air, bro. I'm not gonna be the one to say he gonna be free or he going to jail forever, bro. I don't wish jail on no man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every man gotta face their own decisions, for real, for real. I just like talking a little noise about what's going on the news and stuff. So this is the news, yo. Shiesty, Big 30 getting out. Well, he got a bond, but he still might not get out. And Gucci is not cooperating. Gucci ain't cooperating with them folks, boy. He say, going on, man, with that there, boy. He sent the message to the world, I guess. But we gonna see. Will they make Gucci cooperate, though? That's the question. Will they put Gucci in the trick bag? Because you know the federales are really good at that. What y'all think gonna happen next, bro? They need to put this on Kalshi, bro. I'm finna go look on Kalshi and see if they got this on Kalshi, my boy. I'm out.